J-Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Saying we got a problem with the mic. All right. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. I'm going to break down Showtime's Your Honor Season 2, Episode 1. A couple of the main points of the episode, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you a rating on what I would rate that episode with my personal Moorescore rating. Now, Your Honor was originally supposed to be just a limited series, one season, but the show was such a big, huge success. It was so good. They brought it back for a second season, and so far it started off right where it left off. It's just as good, and I was happy to see it. And I mean, man, what a great show. It goes to show that they can have a lot of excellent writing for TV shows in a lot of different ways. And it's also good for people to see these type of shows, because some people think that only the gangster shows or Power or whatever can have good writing, and it's good to see it's a lot of other stuff out there that's good as well. And Your Honor was an excellent season 2. First episode, and an excellent season 1, period. I mean, season 1 of Your Honor is one of the best seasons of TV. I mean, I think it was only 7 or 8 episodes, but man, you could put that 7, 8 episodes of TV up against a lot of stuff, man. Your Honor was good. So good to see it back. It looked like it's some time has passed. And I think I know roughly around how much time has passed, and I'll get into that. And, it seems that Bryan Cranston, the judge, is in a dark place right now. We see that he's in prison. He's letting himself go. I mean, it's really bad when it's getting to the point where you're trying to kill yourself by not eating, and that they gonna strap you up and stick food up your nose with a rubber hose, basically. That's messed up, that you have to be force fed. And that's the point that he was in when we first see him in the beginning. I mean, he's not taking care of his body, his looks, just wants to die, gave up on everything. He's lost his son, he's lost his wife, and is just in a bad situation and in prison. So with all of that going on, we also later learn that it's been a certain amount of time that has passed, not only because of his hair, but we later learn that they're trying to put the Baxters in prison, because we get introduced to one of my favorite actresses of all time, Rosie Perez. What you doing there, Billy? You taking the Billy? You're going to do it. I'm going to play the Jeopardy fuse will start with the letter Q, Billy. White man can jump, Billy. You know a white man can jump, Billy. So we see Rosie Perez is now in Your Honor, and she got a special investigation going on that she want to take down the entire Baxter organization, and she gonna use Michael to do it. Now Michael doesn't want any parts of it. He don't want to tell or be an informant, do anything. He's just ready to die. He's done. But she hit him with the okey doke, and now he's screwed. So she basically told him, look, you gonna help me. And then she plays a tape. So after his son died, and he saw it and everything that happened in season 1. He confessed to everything to the police, told them about everything that happened, and then he said that he was able to have Kofi get the car because he called Charlie, his friend, to handle it. That's Charlie Figueroa, who's running for politics and trying to, is gonna ruin his political career. And she said, look, in your time of need, he was there for you. Now, look at you. You gonna let him hang, or are you gonna be there for him? So now we see that it's time for him to return the favor and come out and save his boy, because they gonna throw him under the bus if he don't. And that's a bad situation to be in. What up, John? Yeah, definitely a good episode. I enjoyed it. This is a very good show. I think more people should watch it, and we definitely see how it goes. Looking forward for this season, but I think that this is going to be one of the best shows out right now in this first quarter, of this year. Yeah, Cheryl, I'm with you. It definitely was fire. Episode was great from start to finish, and just like season 1, I'm tuned in. I'm interested, wanting to see more. That whole thing with Big Mo and Lil Eugene, that whole thing was interesting. I'm gonna talk about that. So yeah, it was good. What's up, Gina? How you doing? You ain't watched it yet? Yeah, you definitely got to check it out. Appreciate you for coming on through. What's up, Michelle? How you doing? So we later learned, which this don't add up to me exactly, but we later learned that Michael, after he confessed to everything, they had an open and shut case, but because Rosie got her case going, she told them they got to keep it sealed. They can't let that, testimony out, because if they did, Baxter would know he's a snitch. He's no good. We really can't bring him down the way we want to. So they said, well, what we supposed to do? He need to go to jail. They said, well, hit him with tax evasion or something. So they didn't get into detail, but they did mention that they still wanted to put him in jail, but they couldn't use what they had and what he said. So they used some tax charges or something to that effect. They didn't get too much into detail about it. So, but whatever it was, he wasn't going to fight it because he's a defeated man, So we'll see if he's able to, bounce back and redeem his friend who was there for him in his time of need, Charlie Figueroa. All right. Now, the Baxter mama is something else, because we later learned that she the one that put the battery in the back of the son in season 1, and she's still doing it again. She loved revenge. She loved getting some payback. We see that she tells the son, why you sitting there punching on that punching bag when the person that took a shot at you is still out there? You need to be beating that in. Damn, mama. So she ain't playing. She don't want no time wasted. Go find these people. Put that pain on them. Now, we later see Eugene, he running 100 miles and running after the shooting, and he realized that he missed his target, hit the wrong person. He running for his life, literally, and Baxter couldn't catch him. So we see he in the hood. They mad you done brought this war basically on our doorsteps. But Big Mo, I thought, was going to either kill him or turn him over. Now, she did want to turn him over, but we saw old boy sent him away and gave him that knot and told him stay out of town, which I don't think he is going to stay out of town. His dumb ass eventually going to come back, even though they got everything covered up, which was a smooth cover up. So she was going to hand him over to the cops, because remember, she went to go meet with him, and what you call it was with him, Charlie. And so they was disappointed old boy wasn't there. Now she tried to spin it talking about, you think I was really gonna bring him to the cops, but she was. But she came up with a win-win solution anyway for everybody, except for whoever that boy family is they gonna pin that murder on, because he didn't do it, and you got him looking like a murderer for a crime he didn't commit. But I mean, other than that, it was could have been a win-win. That's a good point. This baby Sam over here, baby Sam, don't know what to do when the bus comes for you. When the bus comes for you and somebody put a Mississippi knot in your hand, use that money and that ticket wisely and get out of town. It never ends right when people come back. I mean, hell, even if you didn't have to get the bus ticket and you made it out of town, don't go back. Look what happened to Alpo going back to Harlem. So don't go back once you got to go. Anyway, he ain't understanding. So we saw later that the Baxter daughter was extremely shook up and in like a catatonic state after witnessing the shooting and seeing her boyfriend that she felt she loved die right in front of her, and she doesn't even know that he was the reason her brother was dead, which is a whole mess. We later see, which is even more of a mess and would even be more messed up if she was to find out the truth, is at the end, it looked like she had a baby. Now, we later saw when she went to go see Judge at prison that she been writing him for months and he ain't been responding. So now, what if she been telling him, I'm pregnant by your son, I'm about to have a baby, I got the baby, and he ain't never looked? Because at the end, I mean, she got a baby, and I don't know if she started messing with anybody else yet. And I definitely don't think she had that baby before. So, damn. And then that'll also throw another little, twist in it for the judge, because now you got another reason to live. You got a baby. Your son, you got a grandson. So, I don't know, man. I saw her with the baby right here. Little baby Yoda. So I don't know. I think that's between her and Michael's son. So once he finds out that he's a grandpappy, that'll also complicate things, because is he gonna try to take down the Baxters, knowing that would hurt her? Because now you hurting your grandbaby and your grandbaby mama. Your grandbaby mama. He ain't got a baby mama. He got a grandbaby mama. So I don't know. Now he's part of the family in a way. So this is going to be more complicated and it's going to be more difficult, I believe, for him. Now, is that the teacher or is that that's the teacher? Because this Is that the teacher or the I don't know who this is. So now I'm looking at this again. I don't think that's the Baxter woman. So I don't know who this is. You say the Crimson Chin. Well, so he got a baby with somebody. That ain't the teacher. Yeah, he got a lot to deal with. He got a lot going on, and it's gonna be interesting to see how he try to pull that together. You say no, I think that is the daughter. Okay. All right. I thought it was the daughter when I first saw it, but looking up at that picture close up, she did look a little different right there. So I don't know. It just kind of threw me off a little bit. While I'm thinking about it, how many of y'all think this idiot is gonna stay gone and not come back in town? Put a 1E if you think Eugene is gonna stay gone. Put a 2E if you think that he gonna come back. I definitely think it's a 2 that he coming back. And it's definitely gonna cost him his life. He also looked a little different. I thought maybe he was getting older, maybe slimmed out a little bit. Because last season he still looked like the same kind of kid that was in Ride Along when he was a little younger and pudgy. So he still had that like baby fat on him, but it looked like he's starting to slim up and get into his grown man mode. So I think that's what's up. All right. Now we also see that it was so much going on in Your Honor, man. I mean, what a great episode. Big Mo, I think, is a master at manipulation and negotiation. She's dealing with the cops, the streets, Baxter, and I like how they kind of made her hold her own weight in this first episode, because she was kind of looking a little vulnerable by the end of season 1, as if the Baxters could kind of do whatever they want to do to them and they'll just take it. So I like to see that she kind of had her little thing together, and when old boy Junior thought he was gonna come and bust some heads and just do whatever he want, they was ready for him. And she told him, you know how young men be. Sometimes they could be out of control, but we don't hold that against, each other. And so she pretty much let him know, because he was saying that Eugene is one of your people because he be that way and he took the shot. So it's your responsibility. And if you don't bring him, it's going to be war pretty much. And she's saying, look, even though he be around this way, and he even may be with my people or one of them, we all can't control every move everyone make. And sometimes they make moves that we ain't authorized. Now, that don't mean we don't have control of our area, but sometimes soldiers do what soldiers do. And he still was like, whatever, you better have him come through. I ain't trying to hear that. So it was perfect that the son came through when he did, because that gave her a way to say, see what I mean? Told you. So did you send him? Just like I didn't send old boy. But if we didn't catch him, he could have did some things just like old boy. Now, should we punish him and punish you like you want to punish us for him? Or are we gonna call this a truce? So that was master game right there. I like what she did, as well as put the police on notice, and let them know you still need me and we still can make this work. So I like what she did, and I think that was a good move, and how she avoided the war, avoided killing the kid. Although I do think she was gonna kill that kid. In the end, it turned out to be a win-win for everybody because he alive. Nobody else had to die. And they got somebody that's already dead to take the fall for the previous issues. So if he don't come back, it could have been perfect. And if he does come back, I don't blame him for killing him because he shouldn't have came back. So if Mo or her people take him out, that's on him, man. That was stupid to come back. Now, one thing that I did like in this episode that I thought was unique, and pull it up here if they got it ready yet. Not yet. But so we see him in jail. And he really don't give a damn. All right. And it's to the point where he saw a prison rodeo flyer while he was in prison and decided, we saw him look at it because he barely said anything or would speak or do anything at first. And then we see him look at the prison flyer, and then next thing you know, he in the prison rodeo. And of course the event that he's in is prison rodeo poker or whatever, what they call it, rodeo poker. And so they got 4 convicts sitting at the table trying to play cards, and the bull running over whoever. And the one guy said, "Man, what you doing here, man? I'm trying to get some money for my family. You just trying to die." And then he had a tear in his eye. He was so damn scared. And he said, "Man, truth is, it ain't even up to us. The bull decides who wins and loses." So, that definitely is kind of how life goes in a way. A lot of things ain't always up to us. And sometimes it's just decisions made for us, unfortunately. So, definitely. What's up, B? That's a good reminder. Happy MLK Day to everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through. Mellow Fellow, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you for coming on through, man. Yeah, so I don't know, man. How many people would be interested in some rodeo poker? I know that's some crazy Jackass Part 3 type stuff. I don't know how many jackasses they got, but that's definitely need to be in one of them. Rodeo poker. Woo! That was crazy. And it was weird, and I get it, Cheryl. I thought it was weird too, but it was just showing us, I guess, the depths of his despair and that he's really trying to die. Like he's trying to get ran over by a bull. He's trying not to eat. He's trying not to take care of himself. Remember in season 1, this was a man in excellent shape, ready for marathons, running all over the place. Looked great, doing this and that. And now it's like the exact opposite. It looked like he 100 years old, a mountain man, a caveman or something. Bad shape, ready to die. It's like he had so much to live for before, and now it's nothing. He has nothing. And so, yeah, he's fallen all the way off. All the way off, So I don't even know what happened to his properties or none of that. This man had good properties, excellent career, everything. Now he has nothing. So, yeah, damn, man. I was just looking at that like, wow. He's really hurt. And I don't know how he could really recover, even getting revenge or helping, to free Charlie of whatever. I don't see how he could really go back to being himself, considering what happened how he witnessed it, and then all of the role that he played in everything last season. A lot of guilt is involved. He lost his wife, his son at his age. He probably had to, he don't want to start all, he just defeated. So I'm interested to see his character arc this season and what is, other than helping his friend, which I mean, I'm surprised he even cares, but he don't want him to go to jail. So, man, that's, yeah, he in a bad spot. So definitely a lot going on with this season, and I'm interested to see how it all play out. Your Honor is one of the best shows to come out lately in the last few years, and if you ain't checked it out, I definitely suggest that you check it out, and it's definitely worth watching. Your Honor season 2 is on Showtime, season 1 and 2, but you can catch it on the app and catch up on. I think it's only 7 or 8 seasons, and I mean 7 8 episodes in season 1, so you can catch up with it fast. Um, now, a lot is going on with this season, and I don't know what you guys think about when old boy sent Junior on the bus and she got mad at him. You think he gonna get in trouble? I mean, he did what maybe Lulu probably should have did in Power, Raising Canaan, with D Wiz. Send him out of town. Maybe he didn't want to have killing a kid on his conscience. And so maybe if a with a D Wiz got out of town, he might have stayed or something. Who knows? But maybe Lulu wouldn't have had that problems that begin to have the problems that he had. So I'm thinking this dude probably didn't want to kill no kids, and most people in that type of life don't kill kids and women. At least that's the mob's code. No women, no kids. Probably because it can mess you up even more so mentally. So I'm guessing dude didn't want to do that. So one of the things I'm thinking is going to happen is it going to be a showdown, of course, with Big Mo, and the Baxters. And I'm thinking it's going to be a 3-way with the cops. And so I'm wondering how it's all going to turn out. I hope that they plan on making this more than 2 seasons or 3. And what I mean by that is that they don't start killing off everybody and things. Isaiah Whitlock is an excellent actor. And I'm wondering how this all going to play out with the information, because the judge, and like she said, hey, had you been in your right state of mind, you probably wouldn't have implicated your best friend and what's going on, but you did. So, truth be told, maybe Charlie wouldn't go to jail for what happened. They could say he didn't, say what he knew or come forward, but it would ruin him politically. And I'm wondering, man, yeah, Charlie would want him to come through for him. And he is using the death of Michael's son as political capital, talking about dedicating it to this lost godson and different things. So, yeah, he definitely need to come through. Rainy J says, sadly, I think Mo will die. I think Mo may not live as well through the end. I also think Charlie going to end up dead, too. And I think Baxter, that's why I say, man, I hope this isn't a limited series, because I could see almost everybody dead in this show. The Baxters, the mom, the son, Michael. I don't see anybody with plot armor, which makes it actually really interesting because anybody could go, anything could happen. They may not do another season. And so hey, that makes this show a little different from the others because you don't know who may live in the end because they may not do any more of this. They never planned on it originally to do more than one season. And they did leave a point where they could do more, which is what happened. So if it was an option, they were able to do it. So I don't know if they'll do that this time or not. But I hope they don't kill all these people because I don't see any plot armor for any characters on this show, and anybody could go, you know. Rainy J got a good point. Now that there's a baby, they might try to stretch it out, which is possible. So we'll see. Hopefully, Michael may change his mind about living now that he's a granddaddy. May want to try to, have a second chance. Who knows? Tell him about his daddy he never knew. So we'll see. But I definitely think this was an excellent episode. Now I'm going to go ahead and give it my Moorescore rating. Let's do it. All right, the Moorescore is my rating system. 4 simple categories, 25 points each, give you a total of 100. Visuals and cinematography, excellent. The way that they were showing some of the camera angles when he was in prison, sticking that rubber hose through the nose, other things. I mean, I made me grab my nose. A couple other things that the locations in prison and the interview were just a lot of stuff. It just really is excellent visual experience. And I would definitely give this episode a 22 for visuals and cinematography. Storyline and plot, very good. I like how it picked up from where we left off, but at the same time, it is a time jump. So we're dealing with the time jump, which is current time, but flashbacking a little bit, filling in the holes, which I'm sure as this next few episodes go, at least there'll be more flashbacks to fill in more holes, possibly. So it's interesting, a different way of storytelling. I will give it a 20. And special effects and makeup, not a lot of special effects, makeup, and costume. We saw the dead body in the freezer and things like that. But for the most part, I guess Michael looking older and the hair and things. That's actually, I believe, his real hair though, so it's not even a costume. But I would give it a 20. And then entertainment fun factor. I thought this episode was very good, very entertaining. I'm really excited that it's back, and I give it a 22 for entertainment and fun factor, which would bring it to a total of 84 on the Moorescore. I'll round it up to an 85. And of course, I always give a 0.5 margin of discretion. So if you said a 90, I could definitely see that in the entertainment, section. And if you said a 80, although I don't think it was that as a 80, I think it was better than a 80. It still could be a case made to that. I think that if I was going off of just pure enjoyment, I would say it was probably a 9 out of 10. But with it not being a special effects driven type of show, that would hurt on the Moorescore. But overall, 85 is very respectable. That's a B plus. And hey, you get on honor roll with a B plus, so keep it up. In the end, I'm ready for it. I'm looking forward to more of this. What's some of your favorite moments about this episode and about the show? Let me know in the comments, and I'll holler at you in the comments. Everybody, I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces, and I'm out of here. Peace.